Hello everyone, welcome to the electromagnetic engineering lecture series. Till the last lecture we have covered uh, electric field of electromagnetic engineering subject. In that we have studied the different formulas like for Coulomb's law, then we have studied the Gauss law. Also we have gone through the different electromagnetic engineering material like different conductors, dielectrics, and so we have studied the boundary conditions. Also, in the last chapter, we have studied some Poisson's and Laplace equations. Now we are going to study the next chapter, that is magnetic field intensity, steady magnetic field. That is your third chapter, and in that third chapter we have covered in the first chapter we have studied about the Biot-Savart's law. So we have studied about the Biot-Savart's law and how to calculate the magnetic field that we have studied. So next part is, so we have to calculate different magnetic field intensity for the different applications. Like in the electric field we have calculated for different surface for the spherical, then for the cylindrical we have calculated. Similarly we have to calculate for the different parts here in the magnetic field. You can see here it is the heading that magnetic field intensity due to the infinite long straight filament. So long straight filament is there, and that is having the current is flowing through that filament. So this is the filament. I am making this solid filament of current is flowing through. So current is flowing through this filament. So suppose it is moving through the upward direction. Suppose the current I is flowing through that. Current I is flowing through that in upward direction, in the plus Z direction. So you can take in minus Z direction also, no problem in that. But we have to take, for sake of simplicity, we are taking it. And we are considering it is a cylindrical coordinate system. In the cylindrical coordinate system, we are thinking, and you want to calculate, due to this infinite long straight filament, we want to calculate magnetic field intensity at any point. Suppose I will take one point here. This derivation is available in the book that I have shared the link of a Google Drive. So go through that book. So P, that is R, phi and 0. Why it is 0? Because it is an xy plane. So for the cylindrical coordinate system, which are the coordinates for the cylindrical coordinate system? Cylindrical coordinate system having the coordinates r, phi and z. In that r, phi, z is a general coordinates of the cylindrical coordinate system. But if you are calculating at this point on this xy plane, suppose this is the xy plane, on this xy plane we are calculating radius. Suppose it is having some radius, if you are considering this as a cylindrical coordinate system. And suppose I will draw here that, suppose if you are dealing with cylindrical coordinate system, so this is, imagine this is a cylinder and there is a one point we have to take. From that point on that point we have to calculate the magnetic field intensity. So for the calculation of magnetic field intensity, we can't directly calculate due to this whole straight filament. We have to take a small part from this filament, that is we are taking this part, that this part is called as a DL. We are taking DL part means total length is L, but we are taking a small part, is called as a DL. Okay, so from that part I will take a straight line. I will make a straight line. So this is a straight line. From that straight line we have to find out this magnetic field intensity. Now for finding the magnetic field intensity, we have to require this R bar, because in a Biot-Savart's law we have studied that in the DH bar. So DH bar, what is the DH bar? DH bar is equal to I DL bar cross A bar divided by 4 pi AR bar 4 pi that is r square. Okay, so idl bar we are if you are calculating h bar, then it is integration of idl bar cross ar bar divided by 4 pi r square. So that is the relation that you have to calculate h bar. If you are calculating magnetic field intensity, you will require what? This r bar you will require. So r bar, now what is the direction? So direction, if you are calculating, you have to calculate the where you want to calculate the magnetic field intensity. If you suppose you are calculating magnetic field intensity at this point, due to the strong state filament, you have to give the direction towards this point P, where you want to calculate magnetic field intensity due to this straight line filament. So when you are calculating the magnetic field intensity, now step by step we will calculate. Suppose now for first thing we will find out this point also, because if you are calculating the r bar, you will require two coordinates. This r phi 0, and here also you require some coordinates. Now this is cylindrical coordinate system, and which are the coordinates we will have? That r phi z. So for r, phi and z, what is the r here on the straight line filament? If you are considering the straight line filament and this is the center of the cylinder, so what is the r on this straight line filament? It will be a 0. What about the phi angle? Now if you are considering the cylinder, if you are straight, if you are going, imagine this as a cylindrical system, and this will be a one straight line, imaginary cylinder will be there, then we have to consider some same phi as available at this point, same phi. Now what about the z coordinate? So something z will be there, so this z distance you have to calculate this as a z. Okay, z can be anything, z 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, anything it can be happen, or if you are calculating at this point. Now it is 0 phi z. Now we have to calculate the r bar, so step by step we will move on. So next part, if you are calculating r bar, so r bar, how to calculate r bar? Final minus initial, r minus 0, that is ar bar, plus phi minus phi 0, that is a phi bar, plus 0 minus z, az bar. So r ar bar, this is 0, we don't have to write, z az bar, that is r bar. What is ar bar? If you are calculating unit vector, r ar bar minus z az bar divided by roots in the root of r square plus z square. So suppose if you are calculating AR bar, you have calculated this AR bar. Now we have to calculate what we have done here. AR bar is calculated, this R bar, R is calculated. What is R square? What is first R? R is equal to mod of R bar. Mod of R bar means it is R square plus Z square. And what is R square? R square is R square plus Z square. Okay, getting it? So I hope you understand up till now. These derivations are compulsory, they will ask for 10 marks. So R square is equal to R square plus Z square. Now what is remain? That is I dl bar. You have to calculate I dl bar. Now we have this I as it is. But what about the dl bar? Now what is dl bar? So dl bar means dl bar, it is moving into direction of I is moving into the direction of a z. Okay, we should calculate in the form of a x, y, z or r or phi, because we are using the cylindrical coordinate system. So your dl bar should be in the form of a r, ar bar or a phi bar or a z bar. So but this your current is the direction of the this straight line filament, on the straight line filament. So it is moving into what, which unit vector direction? That is az bar. You can see that it is moving into az bar direction. So az bar, and how much distance it is covering? It is dl means dz, I dz az bar. So that is I dl bar. So almost we have calculated all the parameters which required for the dh bar. Now we will write dh bar is equal to I dl bar. What is I dl bar? I dz az bar divided by 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square. What is r square? R square plus z square cross AR bar. What is AR bar? Here is the AR bar. You can put this value of AR bar. AR bar minus Z AZ bar divided by, I will write this r square plus z square raised to 1 by 2. Root means 1 by 2. Okay, why I will add this? I want to add this 1 plus 1 by 2, it will be a 3 by 2. So now we have to multiply this AZ bar into this equation. So what will happen? AZ bar cross AR bar. What will happen? AZ bar cross AR bar. So see that cross product is what? AR bar is, suppose R phi Z. It is a sequence is what? R then phi then Z. So suppose if you are multiplying AR bar, then AR by A phi bar, it will convert into the AZ bar. If you are multiplying A phi bar AZ bar, it will convert into the AR bar. Suppose you are multiplying A phi bar and A phi bar into AR bar. It is sequence is wrong. Means after phi it should not be R, it should be Z, but if you are multiplying it, it should be a minus AZ bar because sequence is wrong. So AZ bar cross AR bar. After Z you are getting AR, means it is sequence is right. This after Z you are getting R, then it is phi. So AZ bar cross AR bar, it is what? A phi bar. Now what is AZ bar cross AZ bar? AZ bar cross AZ bar, it will be a 0. AZ bar cross AZ bar, it will be a 0. Now we will multiply it. So I dz AR I dz R, and this AZ bar cross AR bar, it will be A phi bar. Divided by this 4 pi r square plus z square raised to 3 by 2, that is dh bar. Now this is only dh bar we have calculated, but we have to calculate h bar because we want a magnetic field intensity. So if you are calculating h bar, so h bar is equal to integration of dh bar. So if you are calculating integration of dh bar, integration I dz r A phi bar divided by 4 pi r square plus z square raised to 3 by 2. So that is h bar. So I hope you understand up till this. Now we have to put only the part which is related with the integration, and the constant we have to take outside. So from this, which is the constant? So this current I is a constant. Then this A phi bar, now unit vector is a constant. We have to took aside, and this 4 phi is also we have to take aside. So what is remain in that? H bar is equal to, what is constant? I, then it is A phi bar, you have to take outside, and this r is also constant because we are taking differentiation with respect to z, so that's why r is a constant. A phi r divided by 4 pi, you are taking the integration. Now some of you got confused that in the integration there is a r square plus z square raised to 3 by 2. There is a r is available inside, and if we are taking r as a constant, r is there in the integration, but it is in bracket with the z, that's why it is inside. Otherwise r is a constant radius, because we are not moving from here, we are constant at this position, so we don't have to move from that point. So r is a constant, and A phi bar also we have from here. Now what is the limit? So if you want to put the limit for the dz, what will be the limit for the dz? So if you are calculating the limit from the dz, you can see that z is vary from minus infinity to plus infinity. So we will put the value that is minus infinity to plus infinity. I a phi bar r divided by 4 pi. So if you are taking the integration, this minus infinity to plus infinity dz divided by r square plus z square raised to 3 by 2. Now we have to put some make some changes in that. So we have to put z is equal to r tan theta for simplification. This is the mathematical part, so we have to simplify this. So we have to take integration derivation with respect to theta. So dz is equal to r sec square theta d theta. We have to change the limits when z was infinite, that theta will be, and when z was minus infinite, then theta will be. You can check that if you are putting z is equal to infinity, then z will be infinity, tan inverse of infinity, it will be a pi by 2. And if you are putting z is equal to minus infinity, a tan inverse of minus infinity will be minus pi by 2. So we are putting these values again. So I r a phi bar divided by 4 pi. Now put the limits at that which is we have changed, that is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Next is dz. Instead of dz, what we have to put? R sec square theta d theta divided by r square. So z square is what? R square tan square theta raised to 3 by 2. Next r a phi bar. Now next from here, all the steps are mathematical, so that is not nothing related with the electromagnetic engineering subject. You should have a knowledge of mathematics. Now we will simplify again. R sec square theta d theta. From here, what we can take a common, r square we can take common, and r square having the power 3 by 2. So 1 by 2 get cancelled, it will be r cube. Okay, so I hope you understand it. 1 plus tan square theta raised to 3 by 2. I can solve this step in one step, but for simplification, for your understanding, I am writing it again and again. R a phi bar 4 pi, this minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, r sec square theta d theta, this r cube, 1 plus tan square theta, it is sec